All right. What is going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Caden here, Coach Hayward. Today, I'm going to teach you your starter plan so you can lose 5 pounds in this month coming. So let's say June, if you're watching this when I post this, let's say get you ready for June to lose your first 5 pounds. This is going to be for anybody, guys, anybody who, is stuck in a rut. Those who feel like they're on that edge where it's like they want to throw in the towel, they just feel so stuck, they feel so miserable, but they don't want to give up yet. They know there's more for them. They know they can feel better, but they're just in a very hard rut right now. This is going to be for you to get you out of that rut. Also, people who are just sick and tired, where, if you feel like you could be more, you feel like you could be more of your true self. You're not your true self. Maybe you're uncomfortable. Maybe you don't have the confidence to be your true self. This is for you as well, to get out of that shell and to become your true selves, to start feeling better and to live life the way you're meant to. Okay. No more hiding away, no more shying away. I did that for a very long time and it freaking sucks. When you don't feel good in your skin, when you don't feel like yourself, it sucks. So I'm going to share it with you guys today on your starter plan on how you can get out of that rut and lose possibly even 5 pounds in your first month, if not a little bit more. So all I ask you guys is that if you do learn something new today, if you get value from this, make sure you do subscribe. And if you want to learn more or anything, my Instagram is there. It's at coach.hayward. So let's dive into this training today, guys. So I'm going to go over your focuses, where we mess up in the plan itself. So where we mess up most when it comes to our weight loss journey and trying to just make any kind of change at the start is, number one, the all or nothing mindset. Okay, you're going to notice most of this is all about mindset and perspectives. But the very first one where we mess up is our mindsets, and that is all or nothing thinking. Okay, here's the problem is that I talked to somebody on my live training the other night and they're like, okay, how do I get working out? How do I get the motivation to work out? And I said, well, you're thinking about it all wrong. You're waiting for the motivation to come. You might wait a whole lifetime and the motivation might come on your deathbed. It's too late then. You need to focus on momentum, which means you got to just show up for yourself and then you got to stay consistent with it, go at your own pace so it's not overwhelming. And then eventually the motivation is going to come because you're going to build momentum, consistency. It builds that flow. So that's what you need to focus on. And ultimately, we went over is how, when we think of this all or nothing thinking, when you think like, I need to work out every day, I need to work out like a bodybuilder, I need to be perfect, I need to get my form down, I need to push my strength, I need to make sure I warm up properly, I need to make sure I go in for an hour and a half at least, I need to crush it, I need to do all these right exercises with the right form, with the right machines. And it's just so frustrating. It's just way too much, especially when you're just starting out, right? If you're just starting out, you just need to focus on showing up because your battle right now isn't trying to be a bodybuilder and build specific muscles and whatnot. Like, you just need to stay consistent and build the habit. So the biggest key focus that you want to focus on is not every single piece of the pie, just showing up, right? Just getting there, getting in the door, and then doing it weekly, and then doing it 3 times a week, and then doing it monthly. And then eventually it'll be like brushing your teeth where it's just a habit. All right. So that's what I mean by all or nothing thinking. The next one here is major restriction. So this is when like we go on a diet, like the keto, or we take a pill or a shake, whatever it may be. We just basically like just temporarily starve ourselves to lose body fat and then expect it to stay off. It's not going to stay off because it's not sustainable, right? So major restrictions like that do not serve us whatsoever and can cause a terrible relationship with our food. The next one here is the mental battle. So this is like, where we kind of buy into the magic pill. We get excited to change. We see all this information online, like, oh my gosh, I can lose 20 pounds in a month and I don't have to do nothing. So it's called uninformed optimism. Okay. It's a part of like the value of change, basically. So the emotional cycle of change. And it's like uninformed optimism is when you're about to start a goal, a journey, anything, any endeavor, and you're very excited, but you're not sure about the challenges and stuff that's going to come, right? Our expectations a little bit off. We don't know that there's going to be challenges and bumps in the road. And then we go into it and it's like, uncomfortable, fear, doubt, I lose my motivation, I want to quit. And then we quit, right? So that's the mental battle. And the last one here is it's just not important enough. For some of you, you just need to make it a little bit more of a priority because we make time for our priorities. And when something is truly important enough, I'm a true believer in this as a human being. I'm a true believer in this, that if you want something, if you truly want something, you can go out and get it. But the world is not going to give it to you. The world is never going to give it to you. You have to go get it. If you want something, you can get it, but you have to go do it. You have to put your back against the wall. You have to give yourself no other option. You have to step into that fear, that doubt, and you have to go make it happen. Otherwise, the same cycle is going to keep going over and over and over and over again, and we're always going to be complaining and wishing we could change, but nothing will change. So sometimes we just need to make it a little bit more important here, guys, of like, why do you really want to change here? How sick and tired are you really of this? Because in life, we get what we allow. Okay, we don't get what we want, we get what we tolerate. Right? You set a certain standard for yourself in your life. And when things reach over that, when things cross that line where it's like, okay, this is too much. Maybe for you, it's a certain weight on the scale. Maybe it's getting into the 200s. Maybe it's 250, 300 pounds. We all have a threshold where where it just gets too much and we start to change. So I would say, set your threshold, set that standard of where you want to be. How do you want to feel? How do you truly want to feel? How do you truly want to be? How do you want to look? Set that standard for yourself and live every single day trying to match that standard. You're raising your inner temperature, right? A thermostat, what it does is that a thermostat sets the room temperature. Sometimes in life, you have people that come into your life and they lower your temperature. They bring down your temperature. You're trying to rise, and sometimes people will try to drag you down. All right. And then other people will bring you up. You ever go into a room with someone who's very successful, or you're one of your role models, or someone you look up to, and their energy and everything just raises you up? That's who you want to become yourself. Okay. So it's got to be important. Okay. It's got to be important for you. So let's jump into it. If you meet these criteria, I promise you, you will lose 5 months if you take action on this. Or sorry, you will lose 5 pounds in a month, not 5 months. You will crush your journey if you can meet that criteria. So what are going to be your focuses here when it comes to this? When you're just starting out on your journey here, and this could be weight loss, the gym, just trying to feel better, getting out of rut, whatever it may be. The very first focus is that it's consistency, right? You need consistency. Okay. So we need something that we can track, or something that's consistent, something that we know we can do over and over and over again. So that means we need a routine, right? A routine. Do I work out every day? Do I work out 3 times a week? Do I walk every day? What does my routine look like? It's all about setting little promises that you can stick to. Because what you need to do here is you need to build that confidence back up, right? If you're in a rut right now, you're probably not winning much, you're probably not feeling too good about yourself. Your self-esteem is probably pretty low. So we need to set little tiny wins to get the move going, right? To get the momentum going and to start building back that confidence step by step by step. And the easiest way to do it is set some little promise to yourself and then do it, and then do it over and over and over and over again. One of the easiest ways to do that is having a morning routine and set up multiple little wins that you can focus on. Make my bed. I'm going to read for 5 minutes. I'm going to meditate for 5 minutes. I'm going to shower. I'm going to make myself a healthy breakfast. I'm going to watch one podcast, something like that. It doesn't have to be that crazy and complex, but just little tiny wins. If you can stack 3 to 4 wins before your day even starts, you're going to go crush it. You're going to show up to the world way differently than waking up and rushing to work and just thinking about stress and anxiety, right? So consistency. Okay. And remember this, we have to shift the way we think about this, because it's not about consistent with like going crazy, right? With like, okay, I'm going to work out an hour every single day starting now, even though I've never worked out before in my life. No. We don't want to start like that, because you'll get burned out, right? We haven't built up the capacity to it yet. So instead, we just need to focus on showing up. Okay. And what that means is, like, you don't need to know the workout routine. You don't need to know what to do in your workouts and what to lift and how much to lift and stuff. You just need to show up, because I always tell my clients, if you can just get your gym shoes on, it's not like you're going to take your gym shoes off. You're going to end up doing something. You're going to end up moving your body, exercising, dancing, whatever it may be. You're going to end up doing something. So just focus on showing up at first if you really struggle with getting the work done, and if you're just starting out. So that means you walk in, for example, to a gym, and you tell yourself, I'm going to show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, You show up, you set a timer for 20 minutes, and you just go figure it out. You go on the treadmill, you go on the machine a little bit, you go play around, you learn the form and stuff. You're just there. You're in the environment. You're sticking to your promises. That's the key. Okay. The next one here is building habits. So you want to focus on building habits. So an easy way to do that is, and the next step is know your challenges, right? What are my bad habits that don't serve me? Is it overeating at nighttime? Is it binge eating on a certain day? Is it eating out fast food for supper every night? Is it skipping breakfast and overeating at lunchtime? What bad habits don't serve me? Then try to switch those patterns. You can watch my other YouTube video on the 3-step process to breaking those patterns. But you want to know what are your bad habits, what is not serving you, and then just focus on those there and creating new habits, replacing those patterns. Okay, so make sure those are written down. I recommend just one at a time. One at a time if you're on your own, just one habit at a time. The next one here, guys, is I already talked about routine. You got to have a routine. The next one is clear goals. Make a very simple, easy goal. Like a very simple, easy goal. I'm going to work out 3 times for a whole month. I'm going to work out. I'm going to lose 5 pounds my first month. I'm going to eat high protein in every single, whatever it may be. You got to have clear set goals that is actually realistic and doable. The next one here is find your why. Again, like we just talked about, you got to have a why that's important enough because you need something that you get excited for, right? You need something that you look forward to chasing after. You need something that you wake up for in the morning and you're just like excited to work towards that. You're excited to get there, right? You're focused on the wins. You're focused on where you want to go and not where you are and what you're leaving behind and where you are now. You're focused on, I'm going this way. And this way is confidence, is my dream body. It's my favorite outfit. It's a certain size of jeans. It's a bikini. It's a relationship with a partner because I'm confident enough for it, whatever it may be. But that's where you want to focus on. Have that why. Now, let's break this all into a plan. Okay. So let's break this all into a plan. So here's what your plan is going to be for the starter plan. Okay. So for this month, for 1 month straight, this is exactly what I want you to do. So number 1 is high protein every single meal you eat, 3 to 4 meals a day, and high protein every meal. An easy way to figure it out: take your palm and eat a palm worth of protein. Okay. So when it comes to your meal, chicken, boom. Okay. Palm. Steak, palm. Turkey, palm. More chicken, palm. Beef, palm. Whatever it may be. Palm of protein every single meal and eat 3 to 4 times a day. Okay, that's the first one. Next is prep your protein. If you don't have much time, this is for you. Prep the protein. Every Sunday when you go get groceries or whenever you get groceries, immediately make a habit to where you come home, you turn on the stove, you throw your beef onto the frying pan, and you just cook it all up and get it done with. Just get it done with because this is going to help set you up for success later on. Now, the next one, move your body daily for 10 minutes. Or work out 20 minutes 3 times a week. Your choice. Pick one though. Okay. So you have to dedicate 10 minutes every single day to moving your body for 10 minutes. Every single day. You got to stick to that promise. If you don't think you can do it, then work out 20 minutes 3 times a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and just do it. Just make sure you do it though. This is super important. If you can't do it, don't put it there because it's going to kill your confidence. The next one here is sleep 7 hours a night consistently. At least 7 hours a night. You should strive for around 8 or so, but 7 hours a night is perfectly fine. Do not go underneath. You need 7 hours a night and try to do the same sleep and wake times if you can, just for your hormones, your circadian rhythm. The next one here is drinking water. Okay, cut out the juices, cut out the milk, cut out the pop, cut out the sugar. Just water 90% of the time. Leave that 10% for, the odd indulgence or whatever it may be, the occasion. That's fine. But drink water 90% of the time. The next one here is only have fast food at most 4 times in a month. So that means, let's say once every week. So on the weekend, like the 80-20 rule, right? We do good 80% of the time, 20% of the time, go out with your family, have that dinner, whatever it may be, enjoy yourself, but 4 times maximum. Set the rules in place, right? Set the rules in place. Try this. I can't guarantee you'll lose 5 pounds, but for a lot of you, you will lose 5 pounds because these are going to help you change your bad habits and change the way you're eating, which is 95% plus of weight loss. So if you want, Take action on this and it will work for you. All right. So, guys, that is the training for today, though. That is your plan. That is where we mess up. That's your focuses. And that's how you're going to get out of this rut once and for all. I've been in the rut before. I was in the rut for a long, long time. I felt horrible in my skin. I hated my body. I had no confidence. It sucked. It sucked and it sucked and it sucked. And it really, really sucks. So I promise you, getting out of this rut is one of the best feelings in the world. Do not throw in the towel. Do not give up on yourself because there's so much more waiting for you on the other side of this. So let's master our minds. Let's master our bodies. And then you can master your life. You can master anything you want in your life. But first, let's master our minds and our bodies. Do these steps here, and I promise you, it will help you so much in your life. It will make you feel so much better, more confidence, and that leads to so much more opportunities, more relationships, everything that you want. Okay? So start with this here, work on it. Let me know if this helped you out or not. Just leave a comment down below, guys. What did you learn most? And if there's anything else you want to see, you can always shoot me a message. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next training. Crush it.